My hand's green. I know Yoda's on. This is crazy. I highly recommend this for ADHD people like me. It's gibberish. It's a gibberish meditation, and it's like this for a very long time. Now, there was a time, I guess the Dada poetry was out there probably around the same time this was created. But it was just to be listening to chaos, to be listening to cars, planes, be listening to people yelling, dancing, screaming, all these different things. But as you were doing that, listening to all these different things outside, to also be inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. So I'm going to do that for a little bit, just in case someone does want to join. I did start early because it tells you we're looking for your friends. We're telling all your friends. And this way, it would give it a little bit of time. And yeah. So I'll start with this one. If someone joins in while I have my eyes closed, etc., etc., they'll probably go, what the fuck? That'll be fun. That'll be awesome. They'll be like, this is a meditation? Oh, Shakti. And the thing is to find the silence. The thing is to find the silence in all the chaos, and you can. And for an ADHD person, it's a lot easier to find the silence in this than in silence itself. So it goes from this to absolute silence. So it's very good. Now, part of this is that you should also, as you hear all the screaming and as you hear all you should not say things. You shouldn't say, fuck, this, that, I hate you, whatever. But you've got to let out of your system what you need to get out of your system without words. So you can stomp your feet, you move around. You can do it sitting down, you could do it standing up, you could do it moving, dancing. I prefer dancing and letting it loose, getting it out of your system. And so we do these things and we can release. You can say things, but no, just sounds. And so you know, and you say whatever sound comes through you. But just keep allowing yourself, and it doesn't matter if it looks pretty, if it's funky. You might want to go, you might want to do all those things. You want to go, you might want to do whatever and allow your body to do it. It's on YouTube. But I already knew of this one way before this. This is 9 months old. I heard about this when I was traveling in the jungle. And so I was just saying about this great meditation that it's a style of meditation for people with ADHD and anxiety. And it's the Gibberish meditation. I believe it was created during the Dada movement of just speaking in blase, blah, blah, you know, and it was a form of poetry. Well, they invented also the Gibberish meditation around the same time. And what it is listening to this. It's on YouTube. It's only 9 months old, but I heard about it before. But what it is you get, so whoever comes in after this is going to really think we're batshit crazy. But whatever. So you listen to this. This is meditation. You can listen to it and you can find the silence. In the middle of all those sounds, there is a silence. I mean, I can get into it easily, but you can also act it out. So you can also be listening and then get out whatever you need to get out without words. So instead of saying, I hate you, fuck, I'm sick of this job, hell, I wish she was just into that, you know, whatever you're feeling, you say it, but without words. You say it with sound. And you just do it for like a good 15 minutes and you can move. I tell people to move. And so you're listening and you're just letting it all out. You know? You know, and you move your body. I'm telling you, for anyone who has ADHD, is manic, has anxiety, you let it out. You let it out. Like Linkin Park said, I bleed it out, just to throw it away. You know, and so it's very energetic. I would recommend, and it gives you so much energy. I would recommend first sitting, coming into this space. So like we always do with all the meditations, coming into the space, accepting where we're at. Fuck, damn, I'm about to do something really motherfucking weird. Okay, all right. I've done weird shit before. It's okay. Okay, hopefully no one is going to. Okay, let go of what I think about people. Let go of what people think about me. All right, I'm going to let it out. Yeah. I'm going to let it out. Okay. All right. Open up the body. And after they would do these big circles or by themselves of, you know, and if you want to move, if you want to do whatever, fuck you, world, you know, instead of saying it, just, you know, and get it out. And so this would be great also if you're hypersexual. But just get it out. The thing is to get it out. But without words. Allow your sound. First there was sound. Silence could be the mother or the father, and sound the mother or the father. It was when the sound pierced the silence. It was when the light came out of the dark. And so it's very good. But if somebody is not ADHD, if somebody is not hypermanic, this is going to kill them. You know, but if you are used to that motherfucking noise in your own head, it will feel like home. You see? So that's what your thoughts sound like. Be open to that. Right? That's what they sound like. Well, yeah, I can hear that person chewing what that person said, what that person wants. I can feel it. I could see it. The light makes sounds, and we're still talking. So I'm very, very hypermanic. I can feel, very empathic. So it becomes like the more, which is why Vamamanaga Tantra is dangerous, is because the stronger you become, the harder it is, because you have to now balance yourself vibrating very high in very low vibration. So it's very hard. I don't know if other gurus have really ascended, because they never say this part. I know who has, because they do say this part. Spiritual #challenge. Yeah. Your body hurts staying in this low of a vibration. That's the real deal. And I think autism and Asperger's was the sort of anomaly. That as evolution was going on from animal to mammal with consciousness, the brain was evolving. I think those of us in that spectrum are the anomaly. Because it's not that we have less emotion, it's that we have more, like in being able to focus in so many things, we can actually feel emotion for what really is important. We can find that neutrality. And I'm not saying better or worse. Oh, no. Because we go to a land in the state of mind where there's no competition. We don't value that. There's no, that's not seen. Like, I don't see the value in competition. To be a better self, for somebody to make you a better you, I could see it, but in essence, if you don't rise up to that challenge, you do not become a better you. So the only one that you're really in challenge with is yourself. And replay that. And you are your only opponent. And so, because if you think you can't, you can't. And if you think you can, you can. But you own that mind. So it's really, it doesn't matter about the mind. It's whether you want it. Because your desire creates that thought. Or the thought is created by the ego. But when that thought has desire, then it manifests. I knew there was a reason for the Yoda filter today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The whole thought, vibration, manifestation. So I'm going to do this for a little bit, just in case somebody else joins us. But if out of the 7.6 billion people in this world, you are my co-pilot on this journey, then how blessed am I? So we'll start off, and it'll 111. It's well, on this one, for my time, it's 111. So going into the manic, going into the busyness, and as you're breathing, try to find the silence in the chaos. Okay? As you're breathing, focus on your heart, your balance, your body balance. Your body balance is a tool to get you to your inner balance. So spread your cheeks, shift your hips, notice how you're walking, notice how you're sitting, driving, whatever you're doing, and find the stillness. It's a challenge. Explore. Listen to the different sounds. Oh! Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale all those waves of sounds. You can also take it deep, all in one. Inhale all the waves of sounds, or inhale one by one each sound. That's a really good technique. Either inhale all of them, or inhale layer by layer. You see, I can focus. I inhale first that woman's voice. Oh. I go into the man's voice. I go into the clapping. I go into the others going, nah. Go into every sound. Or go into all of them, deeper and deeper. Feel the mushiness in the head. Sometimes it tingles. Focus on your third eye, sixth chakra. Inhale up into the bindi. Over here. Exhale. Take it across the skull to the third eye, down the front of the body, inside, but the front, never through the spine. Never go down through the spine. You turn it, inhale, to the back of the head. Exhale across the third eye, all the way down. So a long exhale. The exhale has to be longer. So you want to exhale longer. That's why we inhale, exhale. Doing that for a moment. Finding the pleasure and the noise. You can also move and do it. So you can also make the sounds. You can do, if you're in pain, definitely move however you want. If you want to move and go, ah, how it hurts, instead of when you keep silent in front of others. Sometimes, for me, I do that. So I use it as a method of this. So I make the sounds without expressing anything. And so we're going to look a little crazy, but it's a gibberish meditation. So you can do something like that. So if you're kneeling, if you're doing whatever, if you're on the ground, You can verbalize and you can just show whatever you're... And then if it's something sexual, like I said, fuck the wind, make the sounds. If you have hypersexuality, if you're depressed, really letting it out. And it's about finding the stillness in that. Listening to your vibration. And just letting it go, and now you're not judging yourself. You're exercising non-judgment. You're exercising freedom. Because if you don't allow yourself to express yourself without words in just the purest form, who in the fuck else is going to allow you? So if you want liberation, let's say you don't feel pain. Let's say you just want to be free. Let it out, but allow yourself to play. Because Jesus, the Buddha, and Hare Krishna said, mind like a child, a pure mind. So allowing yourself, or just sitting there and accompanying me for 5 more minutes of the gibberish. I'm going to post the link in the Linktree link, I guess. So you can do it, because then after that, it does, after you're moving and you're, because Osho believed you should dance. Osho, the famous guru of Tantra, believed you should dance, ecstatic dance, before you meditated. And so this puts you in a, if you're pissed off at anything, letting it out without words. What if you don't know the words to say? Well, just like, and you let it out. And then what if you really want to feel deep passion? You're a lonely girl. I just want to say, to somebody, and just letting it out is what I'm saying. And so you let it out, and then you come into your favorite position, or you lay down, you end up on the ground, and you go into the next part. So that's what we're going to do. It's good, especially when you're in pain. Oh my God. When I'm in pain, Thanksgiving Day, all my pictures were like, and I was like trying to smile, but it didn't look like a smile. And you ride through it, and if you're in pain and you hurt, it's one of the best things. If you have depression that's buried inside, I'm feeling funky, whatever. If you're missing something, how can you express when you're missing something? Sometimes it's not, sometimes it's just, so you let it out. So, for a little bit, the craziness. And you can move your body. You can decide to make the sounds. I think I've been crazy enough. Don't worry, I'll do this later. Freedom. Woo! What does that feel like? You can open up the body to all the sound. Imagine every one of your pores opening up. Notice what sounds you pick up. Go into the silence of the sounds. If you're ADHD, this will sound like home. Feel at home in your mind. Go through the tunnels, layer by layer, the sounds. If you want to practice it, again, you can even go, ah! Just let out whatever you, take the emotion you want to cleanse and making the sounds. If you want to just more happiness, just let it out. If you're very angry and you just want to get somewhere, if you just want to laugh, you let it out. I told you we'd look crazy doing this. If you just want to laugh more, if you just want to be surprised more, ooh, 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 ooh. If you don't allow yourself, ain't nobody gonna. Now, taking deep breaths and feeling, and I will put a link for this, and feeling the vibration of the body. If you did get up and move and say sounds, you will feel it. If you didn't, then you won't. What can I tell you? You'll just think, oh, this is so weird. And then you'll limit yourself. But if you did do it, you'll sit down and you'll begin breathing and you'll notice how much faster the body is vibrating. You will feel a bit euphoric if you do it for 30 minutes. And then simply meditate for 45. A total 15 minutes meditation, 30 in this, so a total of 45. If you do it longer, it's even better. You could do it after smoking cannabis on a microdose. You could do it on DMT. It'll probably make your trip last longer. For me, a journey. You start coming into the space and start collecting your cells one by one. Come here. I'm calling you. Everyone, be present. My portal of creation. The root, the sacral, and the solar chakra lit up. Inhaling the energy of the earth. Exhaling, filling my room with the energy of the earth. Feeling the strain of the throat. Feeling, calling in energy into the throat chakra. As you breathe, you scan the body. Strain on the throat, energy to the throat chakra. Inhaling and exhaling. Now that I noticed where I am strained, I have exercised love and compassion. Heart open. Blessing the space that I'm in with my presence. Blessing the space that I'm in with my presence, as I do every space. Exercising humility, for it is every space that brings me to presence. Remapping the mind here. It is every space that brings me to presence. Feeling timeless. For if I want to be in the past, I simply look to the past. If I want to be in the future, I simply look to the future. And if I want to be in the present, I simply look to the now. Inhaling and exhaling, continuing that inhale from the root up into the center, back of the head. Exhaling. Thinking, using the mind. Come here, mind. Let me ride you for a minute. Let me see what you see. If the mind is worried, the mind is afraid. What are you sitting in? What are you riding? Are you afraid? Or what? This is a non-judgment, very open space within yourself. So are you afraid? Why are you worrying? Do you believe in yourself? Do you trust yourself? What do you trust yourself to do? Recently I said I could throw every person out of my life. And I could end up in a homeless shelter, and you know what? I know I would make it out. And then I thought to myself, oh my God, I have one or two people with me on this whole medical journey. So if I believe in myself to make it out alone, I should believe in myself to make it out with others. And that will expand the possibility of the collective. So knowing that although it will get worse, I am stronger. Believing in myself. I always can believe. I have no worry about surviving things. I'm like, I can meditate and go out of body if you beat me, okay? It's all right. Done it before. But we believe in ourselves to be able to do such dark things, my loves. And yet we struggle with believing in that we could do so much great things. Like beat illnesses or beat rough and tough times. Like beat whatever is going on today. So smiling into the organs like the Tao. Smiling into the self. Accepting that you are here. Who, what, where, when, how, doesn't matter. You are here. Finding stillness within the self, listening to the heartbeat, listening to the breath, feeling the vibration of the body, feeling the warmth of the room, the chill of the room, feeling the chill outside. Expand. Be what you are. I come with no religion, no set path. I just know that we're masculine and feminine. But we must come from the genderless, for we have both. Expand. You have anger and you have love. Expand. You can hate and you can love. Expand. You can laugh and you can cry. No dogma needed. I use science. Reality. I can get high and I can get low. So it is I who needs to see the neutrality in me. Take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to expand. Sitting with the pain, if there is pain, without wishing for it to go away, because if the pain is there, then it must have something in there for you. So if we stop resisting the pain, just sit with the pain. Where does it hurt? Why? Why would you get hurt there? Why does that area symbolize so many things that you resonate with? Who are you? Listen to yourself. And then listen to the pain, listen to the anger, listen to the fear, listen to the anxiety, listen to the... Listen. Breathing. Exercising non-judgment. Exercising no competitiveness. Exercising knowing that each part of you moves differently, and yet it is all part of the whole. Seeing the unity within yourself. Don't try to see the unity out there. First, see the unity in yourself. My crotch, my heart. The butthole, the mouth. You know they're all connected? The butthole and the mouth are connected. How could you be cocky? You know? How could you think, like, my butthole's connected to my mouth? Awesome. Well, the sphincter, the whole. The gastric. I just like that. We need to get rid of that in the light being realm. Just light. Laughter opens you up. Confusion. Ooh, what is she saying? Opens you up. Find the stillness in the noise, in the confusion. Find the silence deep within. Allow yourself to send love to everyone in this space. All those who will see it later. Allow yourself to send love, rays of light from the heart. The more you send, the more energy you will get back. So I suggest you send out a lot. Receive. If you want to receive, if you struggle to receive, receive. If you can't imagine receiving rays of light, my dear, you ain't gonna get nothing. Inhale rays of light like you see on so many things. You can just Google rays of light. And then imagine it. Use that brain as a toolbox. And then now, what we do is we go to silence and just absolute silence. So I added a step because normally you go from to absolute silence. So here, just sit in silence with the pain, the anxiety, and notice where it rattles. That restlessness that doesn't stop. That restlessness in the heart or in the tummy. Notice all the thoughts. Witness everything that you're in. Bring yourself deep into presence. Notice the amount of saliva in your mouth. The air, how it feels cold, then releases warm. How your ears feel. How your skin feels. How the silence feels. And how there is no silence, is there? And some say you could hear the eternal song or the eternal pulsation deep within the silence. It's a deafening silence because it is one that we're not used to. So some call it a deafening silence. Some say follow the crickets. If you have musical ear, tinnitus, follow the ringing. Instead of fearing the ringing, follow the ringing. Feeling your pulse. Lighting up all the chakras. Not expecting to be healed, just knowing that you released. To sit desireless is very different. Never did I mention anything about just going into this and that. To sit with the pain is not hoping that the pain will end. It is just sitting with it. Whether it's heart pain, emotional pain, mental pain, whatever, sitting with it, being desireless. You know what? I don't care if you're here or you're there. I am with you or without you. Rising above that pain. Now I have a pretty Kill Bill thing about it. I'm sure many swamis, many gurus said the same thing. Just like Jesus, we all say the same thing. So if you're in a state of love, you're going to say the same thing. And I don't believe you can really get to that unless you experience that much pain. When you're in that much pain for that long is when you're like, I'm either going to or I'm going to go through this. I'm going to fuck up a lot, but I'm going to get through this. And that's how it is with, I think once you can do that with that, you can do that with anxiety. Okay, what am I feeling really? Am I feeling anxiety? Or shouldn't I go? Am I feeling like somebody there is not? Yeah, like you go through that anxiety and you dissect it with your mind as well. What am I thinking about? Okay, that's unnecessary. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Okay, I'm thinking about that too, really? Okay, that's funny. All right, and then you go through the mind. See, I'm not telling you not to think. I'm telling you to look at every motherfucking thought. And until you get, because we're rising above, we're entering a whole new level of consciousness. I don't even need to bring in conspiracy theories. The more activity to the frontal lobe, the more this is getting lit. And the more the neutrality is being found between the left and right circuits. Now you know what I scream about. That's why, like a ram, I'm like hitting my head on the society wall. I'm like, boom, boom. We were animals. We're going to this. What part don't you guys understand? Division is not going to get us there. So then I add humor. And being able to express that anger in humor, in a humorous way. When I feel, I don't go into the, why do I have this? Why am I suffering? No, my life is not what it used to be. I don't go into that. No, I just go, and I'm like, there's got to be a reason why, and only I can give it meaning. And I can choose to give it meaning in a very negative way and be fucked. Or I can choose to give it meaning in a very positive way and go, I told ya. Like Muhammad Ali. I told ya. I told ya. Yes, sting like a bee. Yes, and it's about you believing in yourself. The same thing with Bruce Lee. I'm more martial arts, and that's why I am grateful for the balance of my sacred masculine and my divine feminine, because I believe that making peace with my sacred masculine brought me to a higher compassion and everything else. Because I did. What do men believe? They believe they can. They can. Men are like, and women are, you know. And so I definitely dated a lot of military. I really wanted to learn this. This was not mine. And then I found it within me. And so it's very beautiful to, no matter what, sit with whatever troubles you have. Even if it's just rashes, even if it's eczema, or which it's not just, it's horrible. But sitting there with it and what don't you like about it? Why? What don't you like about that? Why? And you go deeper and deeper in yourself. But it's a very great meditation, and it's called the Gibberish meditation. Like I said in the beginning, I believe it comes from the Dada era. There was a big Dada era where people would paint, they would say Dada poetry. Yoko Ono, I believe, was inspired by that. And it's beautiful. You could also create music, things like that. But this is, I think, very helpful to people with minds like mine. I believe if I find comfort in it, others that vibe like me can, because I'm more comfortable in noise. Silence, I feel my ears bleeding. I'm like, because I could hear so much more. I'm like, great, now I could hear the neighbors talking. awesome. Now I can hear the wind. Oh, I can hear the birds. I can hear something on my screen. I can hear the vents. I can hear the refrigerator. I can hear the motor of the refrigerator. And so silence to me is like noise to other people. Noise to me is I can go to sleep in noise. So, and you know, again, of some kind of spectrum learning disability realm. But I find that the more I listen to spaces on Twitter for NFTs, today they had NFTs and mental health. I believe the more I like, there are others like me. And when I think about how fast I talk, then I hear somebody talk faster. I'm like, and then, yeah, it's just a beautiful thing. So I encourage you to go into your noise to find your stillness. Always pick one sound. Like at night, when I can hear, I feel like the vibration of the electric lines. I feel so much because of my path. I went really fast in my path, and the warning of Valma Madiga is that you will get hypersensitivity. So, and so, anyway, during those times, I focus on that zzz, and I follow it. I go down a rabbit hole just in the sound. And I just begin feeling that zzz going up. I use it to my benefit. I make everything multi-purpose. Everything multi-purpose. If somebody's yelling at me, I'm like, damn, I'll take that energy. I'll just dilute it a little bit. You got that much energy to give out? But I just cleanse it. So yeah, different things. It's just a different type of meditation. I think some people, of course, will hate it, but we're not all alike. And so that's why I also share that there's about 120 ways to meditate. That is one style of meditation. So it's on YouTube. You can find it with, he goes from a lot of noise to no noise. Which I think is great how they did it, and that makes it accessible to people. And it is, I don't really know, I found it just by coincidence today. Everything has been that way. But it's a gibberish meditation music with meditation bell sound on each step. It's 3, and it's just by meditation. But I'll definitely post the link. I'll definitely post other links to other styles. Whenever people tell me I can't meditate, I just always laugh when people say that they can't meditate, because I go, you're probably meditating and you don't even realize it. So just inhaling deeply, accepting that we are, accepting all the noise within us and all the peace. Accepting the pain, for it means we are still alive. Accepting the fear, and accepting the courage, because we are looking at that fear. You can sense it, you know it's there, so that means you are stronger. If the fear was stronger, you wouldn't know it was there. So you are stronger. Finally coming into silence. That is a practice that brings you from action to non-action, just like the Tao, Ninjutsu, Buddhism, Tantra. Action to then non-action. Chaos to stillness and peace. That is my practice of grace for today. That is nice. That was different, but it was so liberating to share that. So I definitely loved it. This is my favorite filter. I love it. Today you can see the pain in my face. So this was perfect. For all those that have asked, we're just going for testing to see if there's lupus. So you're getting a lot of non-nuclear kind of tests. And I'm here to love and to live. And I ain't done yet. Peace. I love you. I might not like you.